Yeah. All right, I just want to start off by saying welcome, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the Creative Alliance presents Creative Collab Night. Right here, every third Wednesday of the month, right here at Good Beans Cafe. Please give your love to Ken. Go get some coffee. That's what he does. Support him in what he does.
Or a tea.
Or a tea.
No, I'll get a coffee.
Get a caffeinated beverage. And then get all wired and write some poetry and then come up here. And, alright, someone get him out of there. Now, if you're feeling compelled, you're feeling good this evening, and you want to sign up sheet is right here. We welcome all takers of whatever form of art you have to give. That's poetry, drama, spoken word, music, dance, fill in the blank. There's a house drum set if anyone's feeling really jittery from the drinks. We also have open canvas, so please add whatever you want to that. There's no right or wrong. This is a collaborative piece overall the entire evening, and that's what that is. My name's Al, I'll be your host this evening, so if you have any questions, just let me know. Once again, sign-up sheet's right there. I'll get us started. Just working on some new stuff. Not sure where it is in my repertoire, but.
Every love song has a refrain, and every patron has a saint. I'm trying to know, I'm dying to know, are we all the same? Every love child has a passion, and every chain has a reaction. But I'm dying to know, I'm dying to know, are we all warring factions? And every love song has a refrain, and every child has a name. But I'm dying to know, I'm dying to know, are we in the game? Every town has a comedian that slithers around stealing. But I'm trying to know what I'm dying to know. Is this chameleon me? Every love song has a refrain, and every patron has a saint. I'm dying to know, but I'm still trying to know, are we all the same? Every love song has a refrain.
Thank you.
I will drag through oil. What did you say? What did you mean by that? What did you say? What did you mean by that? The sun is a goddess herself, reflecting your lace to my silhouette. I can't remember your thoughts. I will find ways to your heart. I know it's a crime to be thinking too far. Lust and love demonized, escaping to films of my chemical exchange, faulting to my compromise. I'm falling into you. I tore off the left side of my face. I couldn't blink or look away, and all of the motions will soothe me, and I will drag through oil. What did you say? What did you mean by that? What did you say? What did you mean by that? The sun is a goddess herself, reflecting your legs to my silhouette. And I can't remember your thoughts. I will find ways to your heart. I know it's a crime to be thinking too far. Lust and love demonized, escaping to films of my chemical exchange, faulting to my compromise. I'm falling into you.
Thank you. Thanks for tolerating that, but I'm gonna let who's ever signed up. I think that's, is it Caitlin?
I can't read it.
Oh, it's not Carlton, it's from last month.
Oh,
That one.
oh my gosh. That'd be,
Just scribble Carlton.
They don't
on
want
his
Carlton
own.
back up here.
Yeah, if he's here again, then he has to.
He got kicked off
He
first.
did, yeah. Yeah, penis joke, that wasn't cool.
oh, penis jokes.
Alright. Watch on the penis jokes.
So
everyone.
more songs, it sounds like.
We're actually gonna let Gary Flynn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, my name's Al. I'm the host this evening. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to work with you.
Thank you. First, I don't know if you heard this, but a week after last month's Collab Nite, I was invited to appear on Kettering radio station WKUF 94.3, as I may have mentioned last month. I spoke to Travis Schlosser, who co-hosts the Boondoggle Report every Wednesday on WKUF around this time, and I recorded the show, uploaded on YouTube with appropriate visuals. So if you go on YouTube and type up my name, my last name is spelled F-L-I-N-N, so Gary Flynn, WKUF, you'll find the interview. I was asked by Ryan Bellows to come up with another poem, which I did. In fact, I wrote it yesterday, about, well, being up there in years. So I called this piece Almost 60. Once you read this, you'll obviously understand how dated some material is. I remember this well. Do I have to do this? I tell. It was 50 years ago today. Why is this, I have to say? Yes, I experienced firsthand, I say to you, that I remember Beatlemania. My sister had Beatle records, magazines and pictures, had trading cards that I should have kept, miss you. I got serious later on, not a doormat. I got the original LPs in their British format. What was the best thing I found for the dancers? I got the double LP Past Masters. I'm so old, things I remember as a youth, I now see in antique markets and museums I toot. I find that when I write my history stories, sometimes I write them from memory in all their glory. So I sometimes can't do the things I used to do, I lament, as my get up and go has got up and went. Most oldie stations don't play the oldies I want to hear. Thank goodness YouTube and Free Gal have what I hold dear. Yes, I want more years. Yes, I have more years behind me than ahead of me. But I want to live longer. Yes, sirree. I want to live to see 103. Just like what Jiminy Cricket's saying. I play safe for you and me, 'cause I'm no fool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Now, if any of you have personal Facebook pages, like I do, when Facebook celebrated its anniversary, it provided each Facebook member with a personal video of their picture history on Facebook. Of course, I got to see mine, and based upon this piece I already wrote, along the visuals you'll see on my personal Facebook anniversary, which I shared somewhere on Facebook, so you can get to see it. In fact, I saw maybe one or two I didn't want to show, so I put in two that I wanted to show. But one of the photos that showed up on my Facebook tribute was a picture I took of all of those Beatle LPs in my collection, including the Past Masters double album, which fills the gaps of Beatle tracks that don't appear on the original British LPs. That was nice to see. Just prompted me to bring it back on my own profile, which if you saw it a while back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this poem, and I thank you very much.
Music stand. Mom needs my dog sitting out here.
Yeah.
Be all set. Anybody got dogs in here? Favorite animals? Yeah. I got a little Shih Tzu. I actually got it for my two grandchildren that are living with me, but I think he kind of became my dog. Happens like that. Whoever feeds them and takes care of them becomes their dog, you know. Anyway, good to see all of you. New faces for me. I've been coming down here for a while, but I'll bring this up a little bit. Okay. Got some songs here. Good job, Gary, on your poem, and man, I always like your stuff. You got that deep, resonating voice. I love your voice. You know, the word suitcase is sometimes is a metaphor for kind of the problems, the hang-ups, and the issues we carry with us through life. We all have a suitcase, right? If you don't, you're probably lying to yourself. You hear the term, man, that guy's carrying a lot of baggage, or what have you. It's usually related to your age. The amount of baggage you carry seems like to me is related maybe to your age. There are some young people that carry more than their share, but it seems like the younger people are carrying like maybe a backpack or something. When you get to be my age, you can be hauling around one of these steamer trunks, like they used to haul their stuff out of the Titanic. That kind of luggage. So anyway, this song, fittingly, is called Suitcase. I haven't done this before down here, so I like to have the words off to the side, in case I have one of those senior moments. So, Suitcase. I got a suitcase. I take it everywhere that I go.
love was true. I met a girl, fell in love. Oh, our love was true. Well, now I found out. Damn, she had a big old suitcase too. I see Jenny smiling, she knows where this is going. So we put our bags together. We made a home for two. People, we put our bags together. We made a home for two. Well, along came the children. We gave them all a little suitcase too. I got a suitcase. I take it everywhere I go. People, I got a suitcase. I take it everywhere I go. Just a big old bag of trouble. Trouble's all I know. Well, now the house got too small. The bags got too big. We was holding on to everything we ever said or did. When I complained about the salt in her black-eyed peas, she put her hands on her hips, asked me to leave and take my damn suitcase. Get on out that door. You're gonna hear from my lawyer. I can't take it no more. This would be kind of funny if I hadn't lifted. I had to get down on my knees, beg her to let me stay. I had to get down on my knees, Jane, beg her to let me stay. I said, baby, we got a whole lot of luggage. Let's call someone to help us haul it away. I got a suitcase. Take it everywhere I go. People, I got a suitcase. Take it everywhere, everywhere I go. Tired of this shit. Just a big old suitcase. I don't need no more. Thank you. I hope you're not hauling one around like that. That's life. Got a Johnny Cash song here. Even the young people seem to enjoy Johnny Cash music, and I think a lot of his stuff will stand the test of time. This particular song, it wasn't probably one of his, even one of his, I'd say, top 10 hits. But if you know anything about Johnny Cash, you may recognize it. It's called Understand Your Man. Actually, this song is so familiar to the Bob Dylan song, Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. They're so familiar in chord structure, and Johnny Cash and Dylan were friends back around the time that both those songs were written. And I often wonder if one didn't borrow from the other in regards to the songs. Or I can interchange the verses, and toward the end of the song I will interchange
Bob Dylan song at the end. Let me get the rhythm in my head here. Understand your man. Don't call my name out your window, I'm leaving. I won't even turn my head. Don't send your kin folks to give me no talking. I'll be gone like I said. You say the same old thing you've been saying all along. Lay there in your bed, keep your mouth shut till I'm gone. Don't give me that old familiar crying, cussing, moaning. Understand your man, meditate on it. You can give my other suits to the Salvation Army. Anything else I'll leave behind. I ain't taking nothing that'll slow down my traveling while I'm untangling my mind. I ain't gonna repeat what I said anymore while I'm breathing air that ain't been breathed before. I'll be as gone as a wild goose in winter. Then you'll understand your man, meditate on it. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. I could have done better, but I don't mind. You just sort of wasted all my precious time. Don't think twice, it's all right. Thank you. Yeah, the two songs are familiar. You could have sang right back to back on those, but thank you. Got one more here. I won't need that till I'm done here. This song, I did this song a long time back. Thank you, bro. All right, appreciate it. This song is about unrequited love. That's the kind of love where you love somebody else more than they love you. And that's an unfortunate thing, but that's, that's the way it is. How much you can do about that. It's in the country vein. Country and blues, I guess. It's called Touch Me and I'll Be Your Fool Once More. Touch me and my world stands still. I know I'm your fool once again. Hold me, and it seems as though we're together once again. My darling, I should know the score. Hell, I've been down this road before. But when you touch me, I'll be your fool once more. Take me, for I'm just a toy that you play with when there's no one else around. And my world will be waiting here when your world comes tumbling down. You know, I beg you, please don't leave, but it's only make believe. So darling, touch me and I'll be your fool once more. You know just how to keep me
dangling on your string. But you see your puppet has danced for the last time. I can't take the heartaches that you bring. I know that it's wrong. I know it's wrong to love you so, but I just can't let you go. So darling, touch me, and I'll be your fool once more. You know just how to keep me dangling on your string. But you see your puppet has danced for the last time. I can't take the heartaches that you bring. I know that it's wrong. I know it's wrong to love you so, but I just can't let you go. And darling, when you touch me, I'll be your fool once more. When you touch me, I'll be your fool once more.
Quiet rooms. In the corner of my mom's kitchen, I settle for a smooth granite countertop, the finished wood of a couple cabinets and their sleek metal handles, as I ignore the window over the sink for a second. In this second, I am enclosed in a lightless chamber that has no name, that there is no name for. The room goes quiet. Take the blank, dry wall of my bedroom and the painted white brick wall of the side of the building that faces the alley. Fold 4 sides with it, form a cube, and there would be no way out. Thin wall, thick wall, fake and solid wall. Add a tiny metal sink and a shallow toilet, and one could live on that solid ground. One could exist as long as there is an outside world that regularly inserts stale bread and water. A thin stream of hot steam rises from the top of the coffee maker in the corner of my mom's kitchen as I remembered that 3-hour-long eon I spent inside a room known in mental hospitals as the quiet room. The light that enters from the backyard fills the kitchen, but not this right angle, not this narrow wedge, this pivot that turns in on itself like an inevitable accident. In the news this morning, the story of the prisoners in solitary confinement who are refusing their meals in protest. A brief history of life and death. An odd and fragile thing does not know what it is. An eon is skipped. Something knows itself as thing and skips another eon, like a rain cloud that skips over the ocean as if it were a spark or a sperm. And if there is indeed an ocean, a flock of tiny birds fall like clouds, disintegrate like fish eggs in boiling water, and the surface of the ocean under the sunset is seen, among other sizzling things that know themselves as lights and pronounce themselves as glimmers and twinkles and rushes over the surface of the water, over the surface of an eye that finally closes, the sound of waves crashing, the clicks and buzzes of insects and reptiles, each interval a grain of sand.
Right.
Resurrected sounds. According to you, I sound good. which is to say I sound better than I did when, according to you, I didn't sound like myself. When you said that, I considered what myself was meant to sound like, and I thought back then that I sounded like a very human being amidst a crisis that was not my own personal crisis, and that I was just very familiar with my own emotional experience. And so I thought at the time that this particular myself was my greatest self, capable of more than any self before it. And so I thought you were the one who was lost. Rolling right along. Okay. In the nook. In the vast wilderness of Yellowstone Park, I had to strip naked inside my sleeping bag in order for my body heat to meet itself in the center of its own moisture. Within minutes, I stopped shivering and fell asleep like a slime mold between a rock and a leaf. Many years later, a brand new sleeping bag sits in the corner of my room, ready to burst. The one I bought before I bought this one left my head and neck exposed, and so I was unable to sink into the mild, dark room as I shoved and shoved my feet against the bottom fold, as the impediment refused to break down into the extra space I needed to rest my head on. I tried to duck, I tried to shimmy, but I could not shake the cover loose. I could not wear my sleeping bag like whoever it was who was bundled up on a freezing stretch of concrete, like the one who hid below the night where the wind did not bite. No tossing, no turning necessary. Once entered, such a nook contains the natural warmth the body carries for the duration of its life. As you can see, he has plenty of room, married to the ground on the opposite side of the sky. A train ride between faraway places. Between there and here became here, not there. That side of the ether looked out that side of the train. A vast light green pasture, a dark blue rain cloud, and a slender light brown horse. He thought about the distance between two faraway places, about the black ditch that sat at the trip's end, his fear of homelessness, and the destination and the train that would not stop, a golden field of dead crop and a dark orange sun behind the clouds, and the time that would not stop. He could not bear to look out the window any longer. The push of the heavy, swirling ether, the shove. Out the window, he realized, was where this was happening, in his head, too, and also in his body. He could feel it in his heart, which was also at the bottom of his throat, which was also out the window, where this whole thing was doing this whole thing to him. He thought he was the end and the beginning, and there was no there. There was only here, here, here.
I'm already off to a great start. But I need to feel the motion. A lot of interpretive numbers. It's a lot harder than it looks. No, I got that. You think it would be just like a big like iPhone earbud thing, but it's not. How are we doing today, guys?
All right, all right.
Good. The polite thing to say is good, and you? So how are we doing today, guys?
Very well.
I'd rather not talk about it. I don't know, it's been a pretty bad day, but honestly, no matter how bad your day is, like my day was pretty bad, but I didn't crap my pants today.
Yeah.
So, like, that's good news. Like, no matter how bad your day is, I feel like there's always, like, that lining, if you didn't shit your pants, you can, like, pat yourself on the back. So, did anybody else not shit their pants today?
Yeah.
All right. Give it up for you guys. Go ahead. And you know what? Give it up for me a little bit, too, if you don't mind. That was like 10%. He's in on it. Thanks, guys. No, but really, like, like at this point in my life, I'm 22 years old. I wouldn't think I would have to worry about crapping my pants as much as I do. But like, it's a constant fear of mine. It's always in the back of my head. Like, anytime I'm not home and my stomach rumbles like a little bit, I'm always immediately convinced that I'm going to shit my pants and ruin my life. Because you can like you can do other things and get away with it, and people forget. You could throw up on yourself. You could even like call a customer like a mean word, and they'll get over it. But like, if you crap your pants, that's with you for the rest of your life. Like, you remember in elementary school, the kid that like crapped his pants? Of course you do. Everybody fucking remembers that. Danny Sherman crapped his pants in 3rd grade in Mrs. O'Connor's class. I will never forget that. If he like cures cancer down the line, that's the only thing I'm gonna be able to think about. He'll be on the news, and they'll interview me, and they'll be like, "Did you hear about this kid you went to elementary school with? He cured cancer." I'll be like, "Yeah, he also crapped his pants in 3rd grade." I'm better than he is. I'm a better person. No, but I did recently get a girlfriend, which is nice. Sorry, ladies, this USDA grade beef is off the market. Recalled. No, but it is nice because I no longer have to date. I'm terrible at dating. I can talk to girls, but I can never, like, the hardest part for me is we can be out, like, having dinner or whatever. And the most difficult for me is, and this is, like, super cheesy and cliche, but the hardest part is, like, finding the right time to put the roofie in her drink. So, like, it don't make it easy. No, but in all seriousness, I hate it. I tried, like, try meeting people at the bar. I tried online dating, and the cliches everybody talks about, they're, like, true. Like, you can talk to a girl when you meet them in person, they're, like, totally different. I talked to this one girl, and I mean, we talked for weeks online, and I had never seen her, but it was getting pretty personal. I ended up going out to her house, and I get to her house, and like I go in, and she like didn't even come out of her room, and then like this dude in a suit came out, or I think it was her dad, and he's like, "Hey, sit down, we need to talk." It's like, whoa. And he's like, "Did you know the girl you're talking to is 13 years old?" He's like, "She said she was 15. So, and then like he brought out a camera crew and stuff. It wasn't great. Not a great moment for Cody. I don't know, the older I am though, I didn't think I would have a girlfriend. I do have a girlfriend, but like I'm still really, really useless. Like my dad, when he was my age, he had like a business, he like built cars. Like last year our basement flooded at my dad's house, and he like rebuilt it, and he put like all this other stuff in the basement, he like drywall, whatever you put in a basement when you redo it. And like, he's like, he can just do all that stuff. He didn't go to school for it, he just knows how to do it. Yesterday, I made a turkey sandwich, and I didn't take the paper off in between the cheese slices, and I ate the paper, and it took me like 70% of the way through it before I realized I was eating paper and cheese slices. I just want to be a man. Like, my idea of a man is like Tim Allen in Tool Time. Like, my dad's kind of like Tim Allen, except he's more like, more abusive to women. So, if I could get to that point, I think I'd be happy with my life. But it's not happening. I'm also like, I feel like I'm really stupid too. Like, I don't know. The other day, my roommate's like, "Hey, Cody, you want to go to the gym?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I want to go to the gym." Wait, so I could come up with an excuse. What time do they close? Oh, they close at 8. What I meant to say was, PM? What I did say was, oh, o'clock? But the worst part is he didn't catch it either. He was like, "Yeah, 8 o'clock. I almost died a couple weeks ago. I was driving home from work, and my hands were like super dry. And luckily, I had lotion with me, and I was like, I'm gonna lotion up. Apparently, you can't drive and put on lotion at the same time. You can either drive or you can put on lotion. You can't do both, because I put lotion on my hands and I almost died because it's really hard to steer a car when you're all lubed up with lotion. I didn't die. I steered with my knee. I'm really glad I didn't die, mainly for 2 reasons. A, if I died, you know, like sometimes you're reading like the back of a thing and there's like some ridiculous warning on there. It's like, "Warning, don't feed your baby bleach." I know it's hilarious, but don't do it. Like, you're like, who the hell feather baby bleach that had you put on the back of the thing? They were gonna have to do that with lotion if I died. I was gonna have to be the guy where it was like, warning, don't put lotion on while you're driving, you jackass. And people like Google it and be like, who did that? And not only that, like, if somebody found, like when I crashed and was on the side of the road and the emergency workers show up, you know, the guy would like come over the window, my God, Jim, get over here. Look at this, he's dead. Wait, what is on his, does he have lotion on his? He was jerking off while he was driving, Jim. It'd be like in the obituary. It'd be like, pervert driver dies in lotion-fueled car crash. It wouldn't look good. I don't think my mom would like me anymore. So I've been going to a lot of these open mics, and I've been doing mainly comedy ones now, but you go to these ones and you're kind of going to do comedy and somebody will play music, and a lot of people will be playing like, you know, covers of different songs, and it's really cool because, you know, usually they like doing Mumford & Sons covers, and everybody's totally into it, and like people be like, wow, you know, I really liked how they took somebody else's song and they came up with their own creative twist on it. But people don't do that with comedy. Like nobody wants to hear somebody do a comedy cover, and I don't know why. I feel like that's like an untapped market. So I got you guys here. I'll do a comedy cover for you. So basically there's two types of African Americans. There's African Americans and there's black people. And wow, everybody's buttholes were like incredibly tight there. That joke either goes two different ways, I found out. Either people laugh or everybody shakes their head and they're like, don't do it, don't fucking do it. Sit down. So you know what, I am gonna sit down, guys. Thanks a lot for putting up with me. My name's Cody LaRue. We are trying to get, if you guys are from the area, which I assume you are, you look unwashed, at the local over in downtown. I don't know where it's at. It's in downtown. There's this place called The Local. They normally do music. We're trying to get a comedy scene started there. Next week, actually, next Thursday night, we've got a couple of good comedians. Actually, the next guy coming up is going to be performing there, and I'll be hosting it. But it's a $4 cover to come in. It's donation. If you can't pay for it, you don't have to. They'll still let you in. I mean, we'll all look at you and we'll know you didn't pay, but you can still come in. So if you guys want to support the comedy scene here in Flint, we really appreciate it if you come out and give us some time. Thanks a lot.
All right, give it up for Cody LaRue. All right, we got a Seth Addison in the house. All right.
Nailed it. I forgot to spit my gum out before I came up here, and I just had to swallow it. Hope you guys are ready for some more comedy. I know you were all looking forward to hearing some sweet Megadeth covers when I came in. But no, unfortunately, it's going to be more raunchy comedy. Hello. More. Hello, kid. You should enjoy this. It's going to be that kind of night. So, I'm trying to get into this comedy thing because I got to get away from the job I'm working at right now. I really hate my job. I'm a cashier at the Salvation Army. Clearly, most of you already knew that because you came to me to buy your clothes. But I really, really hate it. And it's gotten to the point that I hate my job so much, and I'm so embarrassed by it, that when people ask me, like, hey, what do you do? I'd rather tell them that I'm unemployed. And that's only happened to me one other time in my life, and it was with my graduating song. You know, I had every class has their song when they graduate, they play, and my class, for some reason, chose Whitesnake. So when people ask me, like, you know, what was your graduating song? I'll just tell them I didn't graduate. And that actually came up in my interview. It might explain why I work at the Salvation Army now. A lot of people think I'm gonna like white snake, like that's a thing. But they see me, like, oh, that guy likes white snake. No, I don't at all. Check my joke list. So, I got a joke. I really hope I make it big in comedy so I can quit cashiering, but also because I really like it when people ask me for my autograph. It makes me feel really cool. And it happens already a couple times a day, like when I use a credit card. But if I was famous, it would happen a lot more. And I would enjoy that because I like to mess with people. And I want all my fans coming up to me, you know, and saying like, hey, will you sign this? And I'd just go. I don't remember how to sign this, but I do something like that. That was a joke for all the deaf people. I enjoy telling jokes about disabilities because it makes me feel better about my current situation. It's true. Alright. I gotta get one. Who here loves abortion? Clearly not those people that brought the little kids, see? But I do. I love it. The main reason is because I hate babies. I think they're disgusting. Nobody else hates babies, I don't believe that. But I hate babies. And I also am a huge supporter of abortion because I think it's a very important alternative a lot of people need in their lives. I've seen too many people running around with messed up little kids that just shouldn't have happened. And one of them happened to me at work. There was a woman talking about when she was pregnant, every day she played the song Gangnam Style for the baby in her womb. I know. And those kind of risky abortions are exactly what I'm trying to prevent by getting the standard type of abortion more socially accepted. I also like abortion because there's just too many people in the world that like really don't want to be here. And it always comes down to suicide, which I just think is terrible. So I came up with an awesome idea for self-abortion. It's an untapped market, and I'm gonna make it fun, you know? Because instead of like having your loved ones come home and find you all blue and naked in a bathtub overdosed, you save everyone a lot of pain by jumping into the old DeLorean with Doc Brown, traveling back to 1991. Except instead of trying to get my parents to fall in love, I just paid Biff $20 to punch my mother in the stomach as hard as he can. That joke actually went over a lot better here than it does at the comedy clubs. Usually I do, like this is my first time doing an open mic that isn't at a comedy club, which I didn't know how it was gonna go, but so far I'm liking it. And my favorite part is that there isn't a light here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a comedy club, but when you're on stage, they give you the light, a big red light, when you have a minute left. It means tell your last joke and get off the stage. And my problem with the light is that when it goes off, I know I only got a minute left. So I gotta put the mic back in the stand. You know, I gotta get ready to walk off soon. Except I'm not used to doing comedy without the microphone in my hand. So all of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck do I do with my hands? And then I forget my last joke.
Yeah!
Alright, so the first song I'm gonna sing is called Tim McGraw. It's a Taylor Swift cover.
Chevy truck that had a tendency of getting stuck.
thing that you'll read is when you think Tim McGraw. Hope you think my favorite song. Someday you'll turn your radio on. I hope it takes you back to that place when you think happiness. I hope you think that little black dress. Think of my head on your chest. And my old faded blue jeans when you think Tim McGraw. I hope you think of me, oh, think of me. Said the way my blue eyes shine, put those Georgia stars to shame, and I say that's a lie. The next song I'm gonna sing is called Everybody's Got Somebody But Me, and it's a cover by Hunter Hayes. I wish the couple on the corner would just... Sorry. I wish the couple on the corner would just get a room. Seems like everyone around me's on their honeymoon. I'd love to take a pen to a heart-shaped balloon. Everybody's got somebody but me. Well, I don't know how I landed on this movie set. It's like a casting call for Romeo and Juliet. Never would have noticed if we'd never met, but everybody's got somebody but me. And I miss you, without you I just don't fit in. I know we're through, but I'm wishing we could try it again. I hear love songs playing on the radio. People slow dancing everywhere I go. Well, I'm a good slow dancer, but you'd never know, 'cause everybody's got somebody but me. And I miss you, without you I just don't fit in. I know we're through, but I'm wishing we could try it again. Sitting here lonely at a table for two, watching lovers being lovers in the corner booth. Seems like even Cupid don't know what to do, but everybody's got somebody but me.
All right, give it up for Ashley.
I still have to tune my instrument, so talk amongst yourselves. Alright, I'm Tyler. It's my second time being on one of these Collab Nites, and they're really cool, so everyone who's gone so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed everything tonight, and I hope that everyone else after me is just as good. It's 1928, you smell like an ashtray. Call you a friend. I have a voice and messages from my park bench to yours. 'Cause you said that you never want to see me again. Shuffle in the air is getting thicker, and the people here make you wish you were dead. And the bright, bright lights try sense of time. I have no sense of time. I'm just 2 steps away from falling, I just keep trying. I have no sense of time. Bodies lost in a shipwreck, waiting for me at the bottom of the sea. I have no sense of time. I have no sense of time. Away from falling, I just keep trying. I have no sense of time. There's a man holding a drink in his right hand. He says you could be real famous if you tried. So I tried to be a dancer for everyone to love. And you just found new ways to paint your eyes. I have no sense of time. I have no sense of time. I'm just 2 steps away from falling, I just keep trying. I have no sense of time.
All right.
So I've been hanging around Flint for a couple years now, since basically the local reopened.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Swartz Creek, and I just recently moved here 3 or 4 months ago. So that's cool. I've gotten to know the city a lot and got to know a lot of the people. And this song is about loving a rich girl and then bringing her to Flint. And yeah, you can imagine how that turned out. It's called Princess Diana. Princess Diana, that you came to see. Was it the boys in the back of the room, or was it me? So down, can I offer you a hand? You pulled your scarf from your face, but you could barely stand. You could barely stand. And I'm sure damn easy to fake. How'd you put your clothes on today? Was it one piece at a time, or did you fall into them like I send to you, Princess Diana. I can tell that we are through. Princess Diana, I can tell that we are through. Princess Diana, there ain't no castles here. And we killed all the horses and we ripped down all the mirrors. But this place ain't the mess you see in your head. I don't know what I did, but I know it wasn't something I said. Oh no, something I said. Oh no. You're sipping on black tea in a lonely motel. The only ones you speak to are the ones who know you well. You're collecting all my postcards I sent to you. Princess Diana, I can tell that we are through. Princess Diana, I can tell that we are through. Princess Diana, I can tell that we are through. Princess Diana, I can tell that we are through.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm always in a good mood.
Wow.
Bear with me, I'm tuning. Good enough. This is called electricity. Let me retune.
just need you to be nice.
Change it up. Closer to the face. Forget about it. This one's called Be Afraid.
Say you're crazy, and no one ever catch, and no one making small
stuff for you guys. I possibly have a poem, and I might have a prose poem thing, and I might have an excerpt or two from part of the story I'm working on. So I guess I'll do the prose thing first, the prose poem. Got a bunch of paper. All right. So, I don't like these things. All right, so here's how I see Penelope from the Odyssey. She stares at nothing, almost, but if you looked at her, you would have seen an entire world woven behind her eyes. She plays with the threads carelessly. She takes out and adds to them at will. She's changing the very nature of the fabric. She spins and threads vindictively. Only a fool would have mistaken these for glazed eyes. The world outside sleeps, though some parts are still alive. She can hear the guys on the floor below her still partying, lights seeped out from their windows onto the street below. She is unconcerned with this. They are outside her line of vision. She only wishes, when she does hear them, that they would leave. But they've been here with her for as long as she has been there. As she sits, weaves, she deconstructs her life as it is, and she imagines life without him, without the pain and suffering and waiting, without falling into traps. She looks up and sees something strange in the air in front of her. A string. It glows faintly. She reaches a hand out to touch it, to grab hold of it and tug. It feels faint, light, like a spider's web. But again, this is just an appearance. The strand can't break. It is both lighter than silk and heavier than the pressure of being submerged several thousand leagues beneath the sea. She feels that weight, actually, pressing into her back as she lies on the floor in the darkness. The weight of an ocean pressing on her. Violins and cellos are in the air. She likes this music. It distracts her from the problem ahead. She reaches out for the strand and pulls it, and what it reveals to her is dangerous. It comes alive. She touches it and it splits into 2, then 3, 4, and all of a sudden she slips into a world unknown to her, into a mitosis process where several thousand possible lives stem from one strand. The beauty of it brings tears to her eyes. In one, she is a child again, by the sea. In one, she has eyes. In almost all of them, she is without anyone. And for the moment, this is perfectly fine. So, do you guys want the poem, or do you guys want the other story? Whoa! All right. I guess I'll do part of the poem, but it's, all right. Okay. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, though, because time. Step out of your skin. The morning light pours through the open window, and you are huddled over a sink, a husk staring from the mirror, gone sunken eyes, pillowed folds of skin, bunched like blankets, tumbling over and folding and bending, thick blubbery waves of hunched, slouched, defeatist agony, spine lost in the rolls of yeses and turtle, introverted withdrawal, sagging and swaying and gaping with crooked teeth, when whistling between the gaps like bone and dried, dead air and dust air. Dirt in the creases from lying face down and footprints in the back imprinted, a nick in the side of the neck, from a two-faced hatchet blade, a glass eye, the other caked in cracked dirt. You open your mouth to speak, and blood spills from your eyelids the way it rivulets like fractals down your legs, murdered in a cleansing space that once bathed you in light. The starting point is untraceable, sullied in the woods-drawn darkness, helpful muck enshrouding a convoluted path delineated and branching out like veins, and rivers and trees, explaining the fractillion terrors in my skin, exposing volcanic light mapping across my body. I walk several lines with 2 legs, and we are not meant to be in several places at once, but the thoughts inhibiting thickets overgrown with thorns breaking through, crowning the unknown origins with maudlin cynical certainty, that parts of the forest beauty lost in the act of creation producing fruition will fall like leaves and crumble when the cold hits and leaves you with the stark stick bones in conclusion. And my child is a shredded butterfly on the windowsill, seeing northern lights and sunrise, but unable to dance in the prisms. And my soul is a phoenix burning in ash, carrying stories of my past lives encrypted in the array of the gold glint on crimson feathered wings. And the tears of the wise hold oceans. The dark skies with streaks of light breaking through like lightning creep like formaldehyde into my veins, leadening them with gray, pulling the weight of my blood into itself and curling my frame inwards, a sunken skull and a desert mountain grinning. It's a paradox that a burden so heavy could lead you to rise. But like the faded gray edges of my being, like worn linen, the light takes time to take back the day, my internal landscape of winter in Alaska. The anger in my heart teaches me to make tornadoes, but these sunless skies are child's play, tumbling tantrums, paving the way for devastation. In the dark of the aftermath, a cold, airless room, nothingness nibbles like minnows. The chains pull up my skin as I struggle, letting bubbles blip from my lips up to heaven as I learn how to use my muscles to defy the impossible and meet the skies. Unfolding with a gentle touch and a soft voice, a surest heart, endearing eye, sounds transcending into light when the rays hit. They melt the hardness, let into snow, the cleanliness of winter sleep flooded with sunshine. You will learn to step out of your skin and embrace yourself that dwells in the boundless stars, the canyons carved, and movements lighter, swifter than a frame carrying its own weight, and the intimacy of breath, laceness of relief and rest. Thanks. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sorry. My fault.
Yeah.
You guys still want to hear that story, Bart?
Totally.
Well, thanks. Okay. So, this is a girl named Chelsea, and in this part, she's gonna try to find her dad. So, she is running as fast as her legs will take her, her hummingbird heart beating rapidly, fighting her way out of the forest, digging nails into calves and fighting her way for airspace to see some sky, because there are so many people around her that she's starting to lose air and is choking for breath. She needed to find Papa. Papa, she yelled, cupping her hands around her mouth, but her voice got lost among all the others. She doubted he would hear her. She began to try to jostle her way between people, but without much luck. She was brushed off to the side and sent rocking off into some specific direction. She tried elbowing in different directions, but fell back each time into another big person who moved forward and sent her spiraling again into someone else. It wasn't working. Maybe if I just tried harder, she said. She tried putting all her strength into making a beeline between two dresses in front of her, but the force of the swishing skirts alone was enough to knock her down, and down she fell. Out of sheer luck, she looked up in time to see a boot descending and rolled out of the way. She would have had the air crushed out of her lungs. She curled inward like a pill bug poked with a stick, rocking side to side. She realized she probably needed to get away from wherever it was the crowd was trying to go. They're trying to go to the center of whatever they were mad about, but that is not where Papa would be. How do you move out of a crowd throwing you around when you're 10 and tiny, a crowd so thick you can't see how big it is, and that it's making it hard for you to breathe? How do you move against it? How do you get out? She couldn't push her way out, but maybe she could move forward. Her best bet was to crawl. She rolled on her stomach and tried to army crawl forward, pushing boots away if they came at her. Oof. She felt a boot dig in her side. Everywhere she turned, she saw dust rise in the air from all the crowd stampeding. She put a hand to her mouth to keep it away, but she had to breathe. She inhaled dust and doubled over, coughing. I have to find Papa, she said. She redoubled her efforts, trying to crawl her way out. This wasn't going to work. She needed something that wouldn't kill her. She found her way back to her feet. She had an idea. She pointed in a random direction and yelled, "That guy's trying to steal your horses!" She saw half the people around her turn and roar, pushing their way out of the crowd. Suddenly, more faces began to clear. They were small, but she could make it. She didn't have to go against the flow. She just had to try to change it. Just for a bit.
Hi. I'm here. Nadia brought me and I don't know how to work a mic.
Oh, yeah. You just want to lower.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard that. It's her first time.
It's just an open mic, but this is my first time here.
Yeah.
So, hi, I'm Andrea. Yeah, okay. This is a poem I wrote that probably won't apply to most of you, but, you know, I read it anyway. Let's hear it. It's called Where Have I Been? Where have I been? On sidewalks, wandering around, doesn't matter. Where am I going? Just how I went. Fixed down, a hazed picture with the thickest smog, feet don't meet pavement, but resistance. I can't see. Look up. Break free, I watch others fail to break to breathe. We aren't in reality watching the flickers of a screen. Iridescent people having the sidewalk, staring down, illuminating. By lights, portable, standards which stain the faces white. Is this me?
All right, give it up, first timer, Andrea. Is Turi in the house?
All right.
Turi. All right, give it up for Terry K.
No, it's got props. Nobody will steal it this time.
What's in your bag of
Promise.
tricks? Huh? What's in your bag of tricks?
Oh,
you would want to know. I want to know. Inquiring minds.
Sure.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's my very first laptop. Or I'm sorry, laptop. Thank you. We're not in science class. Courtesy of NBC 25. Yeah! I won't tell. Yeah, I just haven't got all the passwords to this puppy. And I doubt you guys are even gonna believe what I found. Okay, how many of you guys watch the news? Ooh, me. On television.
The real news or the network news?
The network.
Oh. Yeah. Well, not even only a.
We got a news watcher in the house. So check this out. Apparently, now this is going to be a shocker to most, but I guess they've given up on the dollar. Finally, it's done. And get this. Hold on. All the world's governments have resigned. They've just turned in their resignations. Because the money don't apply no more. Hold on, I'm gonna get you the exact feed. So, yeah. Guess you guys can't buy anything anymore.
You just want to give me all your worthless dollars.
Yeah.
Right.
The big one is they're coming to
Yeah, there's no more countries, no more governments, so they're like, you guys are on your own.
Whoa.
Martial law is officially not.
No martial law.
Not even
No marshals.
No. Militaries, they're cashing them all in, they're sending them home. Fired. Crimea? They're fired. They can't pay them. There's no money. You guys think I'm bowling around? Watch this. Seriously! No, I'm just stalling, really. I'm sorry.
So we can buy coffee?
Apparently,
alright.
I was lying, okay?
So I can't go to Lydia?
Just make sure.
Well, you can't go there legally, I don't think.
I'm still stalling.
Okay.
This thing's old and slow. Alright, I'm here.
Sweep around. Takes up all the rain.
You guys play Minesweeper? That thing's dope.
So somebody loses an eye.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm here.
And now he's gonna read his notebook. After all that, he's gonna read his notebook.
I tickle myself sometimes. Oh, yeah. Okay.
This guy thinks he's a comedian.
Alright, I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna try some stuff that I just recently wrote. And I'm gonna try something that I kind of tried to throw together because like it was Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
and I was in Texas.
Ooh.
And like visiting family. And
You wrote it for your cousin?
so they were all into Valentine's Day, and like, you know, my sisters down there, they had boyfriends, and even my mom had a boyfriend, and you know, not me. So I just stayed home and I tried to write some, you know, stuff to try to get through the night. All right, so thank you. All right, so this is something I wrote. I was like, what strange bard fights to kill the love in our hearts, to sear our conscience and leave us barren, to wallow in a shallow pond choked with mire, and sully our imaginations with depravity and dark desire? A Pied Piper who seeks to draw out purity and drown innocence, leaving victims empty and on edge, bitter and cynical. The blind boldly obliges, leading the frontal assault on integrity, envisioning themselves as heroes, darkly vanquishing light, to give refuge to the poor in character, and therefore reduce their own glaring condemnation. And then I thought that was a bad start. Okay. No, it's too late. It's too late. No. So, let me see which one. Hold on. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that one. All right, so this one, hold on. I'm a little disorganized. Okay. All right. Okay. So then I was like, I'm gonna hit a rhyme on them.
Yeah.
Rhyme. Well, yeah, how do I look, by the way?
Cool.
I was going for
You're like here.
I was going for the, like, you know, J.C. Penney, like, rugged outdoorsman kind of, like, you know, like, alternative though with it, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, the lumberjack.
You succeeded.
I was just thinking, you know, I was doing laundry earlier and I was like, you know, damn near all my clothes were free. I'm like, I thought I spent $100 on my wardrobe and I'm like, man, that's slick. How did I pull that off?
I want my shirts back.
No. So then I tried to rhyme. I'm like, okay, let me try this out. So bear with me here. Seems like I took a few lumps, so if you would please forgive my frailty. But the will is good and strong, even if the body begins to fail me. The desire of a self-made king still reaching for a distant dream. The follow-through of a fool, and it seems this time the joke is on me. 'Cause the day is ever creeping along on my back this night, and I just can't sleep. Stuck on the vision of your eyes, concealing your despair, hidden down so deep. And I so care, I bid you release those feelings, give them all to the air. But I say it in my head, and you remain unaware. Man, I always hate when the right words seem to visit me much too late. And I wonder sometimes if wishes could replace all the misses that have crossed my fate. Could I kick them all aside, replace a lonely visage with a smile? Now if we ride, in a pit I slide, call myself a coward, self-hatred when I hide. Did I render me invisible again, standing in broad daylight? Feeling choked in the dark, when in my heart all I want to do is fight. For your love, your attention, your affection, your happiness with all my might. But I've been wrong so long, can't picture myself getting this thing right. Your cold stare grows distant while I'm frozen in place. We gave still birth to an awkward silence my mind would just like to erase. Will the truth be cool enough for you, coming at you straight, now with no chaser? And if she runs, I wonder to myself, would I be a creep if I were to chase her? It seems like I've been trying to keep pace, now I struggle not to fall on my face. And if love is a race, can I patch myself up and battle through a wounded faith? But I've lost so much ground now, how could I ever stand in first place? Floor from the gate, I bite my tongue, maybe I'll just play it safe. But if I were to win, oh, where would I begin? Should I risk losing a friend? To stay near you, I'm willing to pretend and watch you walk away with him. So, yeah, that's happened to me before. Okay. I tried to write this one, you know, to like get on a more positive vibe. I'm like, you know, I'm not down in the dumps. I got freaking chocolates here and all this kind of stuff, you know. I'm like, you know. So I was like, check this out. Because like, I'm trying to sum myself up, my quest for this like positive consciousness thing, you know? Wavy gravy. So then, I got this. I was like, and bliss is how I'm living. No ignorance, love and respect is for the given. True kindred, we all make a difference. Only difference is discipline and setting limits. So which lemons will you choose to make beverage? To gain leverage, which chain should aim severage? True freedoms measured by sins redeemed from. Esteem wisdom from troubles we've all seen come. And they pass, those who endure will outlast. A kind of class and dark plots they've amassed. So unmask the black souls of elite trash. Think fast, reach deep and leap past the steep chasm and escape to the straight path. No wavering, each vice invites slavery. Break naivety, stakes great must find bravery. Step boldly while prophecies are unfolding. The word spoken will mend hearts was once broken. Keep hoping heaven's gates yet remain open. Lies last for a season, don't get roped in. So feed life, seen death will always need strife. The world's rife with sharp tongues that speak knives. I survive stabbing words that chastise. The best rise like Lazarus when the ego dies. Fly regal skies and bright days with eagle eyes. That was that. You know, I realized like halfway through that wasn't the one I had wrote that time. It was actually the next one. That's the one I wrote. But see, I wrote that one previously, like before I went to Texas. And that was kind of a half like, you know, even though I'm positive, you gotta be aware out here, you know what I'm saying? So I explained that one wrong at the beginning part. Forgive me. Now this is the one I really wrote though. I was kind of liking this at first, and like, anybody else writers out here besides the obvious ones who wrote something? Okay, you got a couple, that's cool. Well, have you ever wrote something and like was really liking it a lot and go back to it and feel like it sucks, like totally, like what was I thinking? Why did I like this shit?
Especially when you're drunk and you write.
No, it don't even have to be that for me.
Oh.
It's just like I must have been in a whole nother state of mind for some reason. Just saw something that like a comedy or something and thought this was cool. But so far, I don't know about this one yet, you know, so I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm not at that point where, you know, of that, but I'm gonna try it. I call it alkaline. Who is it? Another piece of me about to pay a visit, like voices in your head, but more optimistic, like Ernest Hemingway, but more altruistic. I bound off a soundboard as a call to physics, so put yourself in motion like you handle business. So life is an ocean, best get to swimming. The future is a river and it's ever been. And everybody's got a part in this world we live in. Everybody's got a heart, so you can stop pretending. Murder evil thoughts, stifle ill intention. Get rid of everything that can block ascension. Yeah, remember me, let it be when you're collecting a breeze on crystal sea, like earnestly finding a way to reach your seeds, like a wind lightly bending the reeds in melodies. I sound off a rebound, word of perseverance. So put yourself in motion like a blurred appearance. The past is a mirror that can block your vision. The present is a moment, make the wise decision. Everybody's got an art, so you should soon express it. Everybody's got a start, so let none arrest it. Desert your wicked parts, smother past offenses. Bring in everything that can build your mission. And back again, let your creativity swim and give you fins. Like an earnest plea, answer with glee, and heart doth mend. Like a hand firmly gripping the pen right to the end. Pound down self-doubt, allow no admittance. So put yourself in motion like you do Olympics. Every day affords a lesson, best pay attention. Imagination is the spring water of invention. Everybody's got a mark, and there ain't none perfect. Everybody's got a spark, bring your light to surface. Trample all your hate, strangle all aggression. Align everything in the right direction. Yeah. I always have fun writing rhymes, you know. It's like being able to freestyle with an editor. So I'm gonna take some of these off of the old laptop and check, let me see, we're gonna go here. All right, so this is one of the poems of mine that's going to be in voices. Yeah. Voices is like a collab with writing type artists with visual type artists. And they like blend and exchange ideas and inspire each other to create pieces. And the piece I got from Brian Stadler. And it's like this bridge, and it's all like, you know, it's really Flint, and it's got graffiti on it, and it's like the picture's all like skewed and kind of bent, you know, so it looks pretty cool. I liked it. So I called my piece Graffiti Lane, inspired off of that piece. And let's see. Walking backwards down the skewed, tumultuous tunnel of life, where light begins to recede and fade. Punk art pops out, pricking at the nature of my seething, with which there's no reasoning, bitter with no seasoning, this litter in my filthy dreams. They say with reality there's no escaping, but that doesn't stop folks from running. Down here, where the overpass hides the underbelly, where the lines of structure waver and turn like cracks in the concrete, the expressed art of entropy, where the disenchanted answer in vivid color, these columns bathed in steel gray, begging for change. An attempt to brighten day, fighting the inevitable decay of their own existence and life experienced, where the cars above like time keep passing by, their markers yet remain, unmolested by new paint. This is where authority and anarchy reach a stalemate. A tragical little place of angst and camaraderie, where fire finds a free base and needle finds an artery. A drug-induced dichotomy discussed through some unnatural nurturings, where with condoms comes money and evening ladies nurse microeconomies. Where the shadows conceal the diminishing of young bright souls once burgeoning, now bludgeoned and raked across hot coals dimly lit in burgundy. Giving birth to curmudgeons who like pigeons roost noisily, puff up and flap dusty wings, crapping on everything. This is a lifestyle, curiously leaning ever towards death's wiles, peaking. A journey into paradox, where security is found with a cold heart and alligator tears are used to outfox. A short trip to nowhere, yet travelers abound, lost in darkness always found. A vortex of despair, this land of disdain, a graveyard of care, this place of buried pain.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got like, some time I got. Can I get one more in?
Yeah, go ahead.
One more?
Oh,
I'll do one more. Just so I can say I did it.
Good reason as ever.
Alright, hold on. Sucker's trying to freeze up on me. Hold on here.
What's up with that?
This is gonna
You
be.
gotta minimize the Minesweeper. You gotta minimize your IM.
He's been playing the game
window.
Well, you can't leave these boys open like that. Hold on.
Someone might be on the phone. AOL kicked you off.
No, this ain't no AOL, bro. I had it retrofitted.
Retro's right.
I had this bad boy retrofitted. It's gonna be freaking
Means it's got DOS, right?
DOS.
Oregon Trail.
Well,
Your
check it out. I did something I bet that you haven't done, and that is freaking. I took a Unix class.
Unix? Like people without stuff? What do you mean? To a class out of your own?
Unix.
Yeah, I know what you said. What do you mean?
It's Unix. It's, you wouldn't understand
You
it, bro.
told us
You
something
wouldn't
personal
understand
that we don't really want to know about, Terry.
it. Man, this was like, okay, I found it.
She just wants you to be done.
Yeah, I'm not even reading this, man. I changed my mind. This
Okay.
sucks. This sucks.
Freestyle for us.
Freestyle. Hold on. All right. I'm trying to look on this freaking laptop and find my stupid poem so that all these chicks can move on and some of them can go home. And some of them can even dip over to freaking the Golden Leaf, where you can drink a couple beers and sometimes you can find relief. Lost in the music, the jazz band is groovy. And sometimes when they play the same tracks, I get all snoozy. Because I've been there almost every other week and nothing moves me. So I'm gonna have to read something different because I think I accidentally erased my other one, sorry. Sorry. Okay. No. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's call it.
I'm not doing it.
Let's just let some of these people have a shot.
I'm not doing it. Thank you. Thank you.
We're all sorry about
Terry
your loss.
Kinsey. Alright, is there a Jessica in the house? Somewhere? Did I read it right?
Jesse.
Jesse? Sorry. Yeah, I'm really messing up today. It's like I have one job to do.
Yeah.
This fucking thing out of there. Okay. I just drank a big hot chocolate before I got up here, so if I throw up in the middle of my set, just ignore it. Doesn't mean I'm nervous, although I'm not saying that I never get nervous, you know, in some ways I'm always nervous, I'm always on edge, I've been in the danger zone, yeah! Joe man! Sorry. I have a condition, it's called macho Tourette's. I just randomly speak like the Macho Man Randy Savage sometimes. It won't interfere with my set, I promise. What the fuck is this shit? I kinda like it when my penis shrivels up real small in the cold. Nobody else? It's awesome. Take it out, you feel the cold breeze on it, you look at it, it's all wrinkled and folded like an old accordion. It's the best. It's the bee's knees. Do you ever shave your pubes and then take it out in the cold? It's like you're a little boy again. Like you get to be a kid. It's beautiful. It gets tiring. It gets tiring lugging this thunderous elephant schnoz around all day. Okay, maybe not a thunderous elephant schnoz. There's no reason to lapse into hyperbole. I'm not trying to impress anyone. It's more like a lively, barking dachshund. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. It doesn't matter the size of the gun in the high noon sun. Because in the late afternoon of a cold winter moon, it's half as long but twice as fun. I'm talking about the human body, people! It's a work of art. I wish the statue of David had a shriveled up little nickel dick. I'd go to museums all the time. I'd go on Google all the time. I look at them more than I do. That's what I do. I go on Google and I look up famous naked art, and I beat off to that because I'm cultured. Cultured. Anything less would be uncivilized. Somebody's got to know what I'm talking about. Somebody out there's got to love the feeling of a shriveled dick. Anyone. I mean, I know that the women can't relate for obvious reasons, because women are dumb. Women just don't understand men. They just don't understand how we think. And if you want to see the proof in the pudding of that statement, you need look no further than how we approach romance. And I know this because I have a couple sisters and I have a few female friends. And the thing about women is they always try to get you to meet their female friends, get you to meet more women. And every time they do, they get this look in their eyes. And I know the look. It's the look that says, hey, I got your back. I'm looking out for you. You should put your penis in her. And I appreciate it. I do. The thought that I always have is, what if your little plan works? Assuming that I go over and talk to this girl that you're trying to introduce me to, what if we do hit it off? And what if she does go home with me and start to like me, You do realize what that means. You do realize the gruesome fate that you're sending this poor innocent woman off to. Because girls, you must know. You know what men are like in the night. What we do. So when you introduce a girl to a guy friend, what you're really saying is, hey, this is my friend Jesse. You should talk to him. And then maybe, he could put his massive hands around you like you're some kind of frail little bird creature. And just stare down at your tits bouncing with macho madness in his eyes as he savagely battering rams your uterus, screaming your name back into your face as if you don't know it. Elizabeth! I love you! Will you marry me? Yeah! Before finally letting out a mighty Tim Allen grunt and coating your insides with his toxic milk after he said he wouldn't. And then finally rolling over, farting on your hip and losing consciousness. And leave you laying there, alone, broken, defiled, ruined, forever. Your Prince Charming will never love you now because you gave it away. You gave it away to a gross, grimy, grungy, greasy, disgusting, hairy, smelly, ornery jungle pig like me. I'm Pumbaa! And I just have to wonder, how do you live with yourself after something like that? After giving away your dignity so freely. I know how I live with my thoughts because I'm asleep. But you will never find the solace of sleep again, never in your life. Every night will be sleepless like this night, laying there alone next to me, staring up at the ceiling in the dark, blackened pit that is my lair, reflecting on the vile sin that you've allowed to be committed against your body and soul, praying that my demon seed does not take root and curse you with my hungry, hungry hellspawn. Your life is over. You've made a terrible, terrible error in judgment.
Don't reach your mom.
And all of this is what's going through my head. This is the fantasy that I'm concocting as I'm being introduced to a beautiful, young, fertile woman. That's how men think. But then I have another thought.
Just you.
That's how men think. I know these things. But then I have another thought. I realize, why would you be sending this girl off to that fate? I thought she was your friend. You wouldn't send a friend off to be with me, to be with a man like me. You wouldn't do it. So this girl must not be your friend. This girl must be an enemy, someone you want out of the picture. And then I realized that I'm nothing but a pawn in your chess game, in your Machiavellian scheming and demagoguery. You want to pawn this innocent young female off on me so that you can get her out of your way, on your way to the throne of your little social circle female hierarchy. I see what's going on here. Then I have another thought. If you hate this girl so much, what's wrong with her? She must be really bitchy. She must be evil. What if I do hit it off with this girl and she treats me really bad? She's always yelling at me. She's making me do things with her and listen to her. She chops my penis off in the night. She's horrible to me. She farts. Only I'm allowed to do that. So now I'm thinking of all the horrible things that could go wrong if this woman is not decent. And as I'm thinking of these horrible possibilities, I start to sweat. There's a knot in my stomach. I get really scared. I start shivering, and my penis shrivels up real small. That's when I realize she must be the one. I'm Jesse Wood. You're welcome.
Howdy, y'all. Bear with me a moment. The poem that I'm going to do for you is a 3-part set, and entwined in the middle of that, I'm going to have a awkward clothing change, so bear with me.
Well, that's it. It's less awkward to you.
I promise it is PG, except for maybe a few cuss words.
Parental guidance.
Al, when I see earmuffs.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Skinny Girl, Part 1. Skinny girl, popular! Skinny girl, blonde hair. Skinny girl, Hollister, brand names only. Skinny girl, selfie. Skinny girl, OMG, where did you get those shoes? Skinny girl, 2.0 GPA. Skinny girl, lightweight. Skinny girl, big boobs. Skinny girl, big ass. Oh wait, I actually got that one. It starts with a look, a glance, a glimpse into the present reality that lies in front of us. For that glance is all we have before a wave of opinions crashes down on us, consuming our minds with the ideas of our heart. Let me step back. Since the moment of conception, you have had an idea. That idea formed you. It formed the way you live, the way you love, and the way you defend. It became your reality. So as we go through our life, experiencing the new, creating a new idea,
carving it into our reality, not knowing that the idea, the glimpse that we had was not of a thing, but of a human. And that idea that we created in that moment was not a moment of a thing. It was the idea that created that person's life, that person's love, and that person's hurt. Awkward change at the moment. Whoops. My bad.
Now it's awkward.
And I do it again. Apparently I'm not supposed to use that. Skinny girl part 2. Skinny girl, brown hair. Skinny girl, 75 friends on Facebook, and 70 of them are my family. Skinny girl, word, dude. Skinny girl, Goodwill, sales rack. Skinny girl, 2 Big Macs, supersized, and yes, I do want fries with that. Skinny girl, black belt. Skinny girl, 4.5 GPA. Skinny girl, small chest. Skinny girl, big ass. That glance that created your idea will not create my reality. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Sara. And I think that brings us to the closing of our evening. I just want to thank everyone very much for an awesome time. Thank you to the comedians, mixing it up in there, and awesome bands, awesome poetry, awesome storytellers. So good stuff. Keep it going. Next month we'll be here every 3rd Wednesday. We're here, Creative Alliance, hosting one of the locations. Cool City Art Auction, so if you're in Flint, downtown Flint, March 28th, come check it out. All right, thank you all, have a good evening.